This video is probably going to make a lot of so called down to earth people furious. And I get it. Ever since we were kids, we were told to be humble, put other people's happiness before our own, put other people's needs before our own, be a people pleaser, not to be too needy, not to ask for anything. We were conditioned this way. But it needs to change. Do you know why? Because in this world, if we're not prioritizing ourselves, we're not providing for ourselves, then we don't love ourselves. And that's a disgrace to yourself. If you don't have something, you cannot give it out. If I don't have love built inside of me, I cannot give love to other people and I cannot receive it for myself. And love is a core emotion. Love not just to our partners, but to ourselves first and then to others. And being humble stands as a barrier in loving ourselves. Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. That was probably the most touching intro I've ever said. But, anyways, the value you're going to take away from today's video is why not being humble is a key step to self love. Now, please don't come after me. I know what I'm talking about. If you look up the definition of humble on Google or in the Oxford Dictionary, it literally means having a low estimate of one's importance or having a low value of oneself. Now, honestly, I just laugh about it every single time I hear up the definition of humble and somebody else is telling me to be humble. Why will I have a low estimate of my own importance? Why will I value myself less when meeting other people, when meeting new people who are probably whom I am probably putting on a pedestal? They may or may not be higher than me, but I am putting them on my pedestal and I'm on the pedestal and I am lowering my importance when I'm seeing them. I respect people who are better than me and I want to become them. I get inspired by them. And I just think they're brilliant. But just because they're in front of me, I want to be like them. I will not get humbled and I will not have a low importance of myself, not a low value of myself. Because why not? I can also become that. And even if I cannot, why does it make sense to have a low importance of myself in somebody who is technically higher than me? It does not make sense at all. You are literally questioning your own worth. You're literally questioning your own value. How do you want things to come to you? How will you expect things to come to you? Whatever you want to manifest. How will you manifest if you consider yourself unimportant? You cannot. If you don't even consider yourself worthy, deserving for something, then you cannot. Why would you get it? If you don't even think you deserve it, you will not get it because you do not deserve to get it according to your thinking. And whatever you get, it works according to your thinking. Your mind controls everything. Your mind controls your reality. So when I'm thinking about being humble, when I'm thinking about, oh, I want to have a low importance of myself, I am actually telling my reality that I have low importance, I do not deserve this, so I will not get it. And that's why the title of the video says why being humble is overrated and it is a scam, because you don't even know the meaning of humble. People think, let me tell you what people think of humble. When people say, oh, you should be humble, they mean you should not be overconfident. Every time somebody says that you should be humble, what they mean is that maybe you're just being your confidence is just a little high. And to be honest, that's fine. Your confidence can get high at sometimes if you and you will know how to balance your confidence when you actually learn from the overconfidence or the underconfidence, whichever ways it go. If you're considering yourself less worthy, you don't even love yourself. How can you love other people? How can other people love you if you don't even know your worth and your importance? People will not come to you. The things you desire will not come to you if you don't even consider yourself worthy of them or worthy of whatever you want. Worthy in just yourself. You have to be so valuable. You have to consider yourself valuable because every single person is valuable. Every single person is. I may not consider you valuable, but you have to consider yourself valuable because it is your life and you have to put yourself on a pedestal, on the fake pedestal, on the real or the concrete pedestal, but you have to put yourself up. You have to consider yourself important, because if you're not, if you think, oh, you're just an ordinary person, you'll get the ordinary things, you'll get the ordinary life, you'll get out all of the ordinary out of your life, and then when you're older you'll just think about, oh, I didn't have a good life, because you didn't make it a good life. You were the one who responsible for it. You didn't take charge. You consider like yourself less important. You didn't love yourself. Then how can life revolve around you? Your life doesn't even revolve around you. How can other people's life revolve around you? And I understand if you're low in experience, or I am like less I'm less wise than the next person to me, like I'm less wise than the next person, and they have got more experience, or they're more smart than me, they know more things about life, or they know more things about things that I want to learn. But just because they know more and just because they have got more experience, they have good wisdom, and they have all of these things that I want to be, and they're inspiring, doesn't mean that I have to consider myself lower than them. I am as equal to them as they are, and we are on equals. They're not on a higher pedestal, I'm not a higher pedestal. It's just that the experience matter. Obviously their experience is more, but I am equally as valuable as them because I've got my own skills, I've got my own personality, I know who I am, I've got my own traits, I've got my own skills, and I know what I'm doing. I've got this whole life for me. So I am equally valuable as they are. Yes, I may be less than them in experience or in learnings, but if you think that you both are less, like one of you is less important, one of you is more important, then that's wrong. Now other people can think that I'm less important than a wealthy businessman, like that wealthy businessman is providing services to the country, I may not be doing that. But other people can think that, they have the right to think that. Obviously you can also think of other people like that, but what matters is your approach, what you think of yourself, that is what matters first. And that is why you need to start putting your thinking, what you think, what you believe, on a pedestal before everybody else. What you think comes higher than everybody else's opinion. You know why? Because it is your life, and my life, my opinions, my beliefs, my feelings, my thoughts, and my emotions will come above everybody else, because it is my life. It is self explanatory, to be honest. And doing that, like being humble, having a low importance of yourself, trying to be humble, oh, you know what, and even people will come and tell you, right, oh, be humble, humble, you're not all of that, you're not a billionaire, you're not a wealthy businesswoman, or you're not a person with 100K subscribers. Everybody will come at me and they will tell me that. But why would I be humble for somebody else? Why would I have a low importance of myself just because somebody else is telling me to? If somebody tells you to jump off a balcony, would you jump off of it? It's the same case over here, right? That's just a life in that situation, but this is also a life in that situation, because you're putting others' opinion above yours. You're caring for others before yourself, so that is also a life in that situation. And being humble for random people, does that even make sense? If somebody is coming to me and saying, oh, be humble, I'll be like, okay, okay, it doesn't matter to me. Their opinion, they are telling me to have a low importance of myself. I will decide if I will have a low importance, or I will decide if I will have a high importance. I am the person who gets to decide that, and I am the person who gets to choose that. Nobody else is going to tell me that. I will tell myself my value, my worth, my importance. And this is being like this, having a high importance, considering yourself extremely worthy, extremely valuable of all the good things, of everything that you desire, is important in order to love yourself, but is also important to maintain your confidence and be confident. Because just think, if you don't even consider yourself important, and if you won't, then who will? Nobody else is going to come and consider yourself valuable if you don't do it first. And even if nobody else does it, you have to do it for yourself, because that is something you owe yourself. Your confidence speaks, your aura speaks, your energy. If my aura, my energy is that I have a low self esteem, that will speak, and I will not, my reality will push that onto me. So if I think that I have a low, like I'm humble, I'm less valuable than somebody else, then my reality will reflect that. I will continue to be like that. And it is similar in opportunities as well. If I don't consider myself deserving, then I will not get those opportunities I'm dreaming of. Why will I get that? I will not, of course not. So even if right now you're less valuable than somebody else, consider yourself. You get to decide how much valuable you are. Not everybody else is not going to decide that. They have their own opinion, but their opinion does not have to be on top of you. Your opinion gets to be on top of you. And please don't tell me that everybody will notice my hard work, my sacrifices, and they'll tell me that I'm valuable and I'm important. No, nobody is here to look at your hard work, your sacrifices, your struggles. You will look at them, and then you will emerge out of it, and you will say that yes, I'm valuable, because it's my life, and I have this life, I have these skills, I have these traits. And just unvaluable worthiness, your worthiness should not determine on some conditions that, oh, if I'm rich, I'm valuable, if I'm pretty, I'm valuable. No, I'm valuable in who I am. I am valuable as who I am right now. I accept myself like that, and I really do. People sense your personality, so if you have low self esteem, they will sense you like that, and they will not even consider you important. If you don't do it, nobody else will. And that really matters. Now, of course, being humble, don't confuse being humble with being generous and kind. Because I'm not telling you to, stomp over everybody else, be mean, be rude to other people around you just because you consider yourself important. No, that is not being confident, or that's not being self love. That is just you being mean, or that's just you being a bitch. It really is that. You should be kind and generous with no ego. You have to be grateful for who you are. You have to be grateful that you're valuable and you're important. Not be like, oh, I'm valuable, and like telling other people that they're not. Like, if you do that, like, you're measuring your value with other people, and you have to push other people down in order to push yourself up. Then that is just being egoistic, and that's what narcissism actually means. People confuse narcissism with self love all the time, but narcissism is pushing other people to push yourself up. Self love is just being loving yourself, accepting yourself as who you are right now, and not comparing your value with anybody else. So be generous and kind, because people don't like bad mouthed people. Have you ever seen like all these popular businessmen sit around with people who gossip, who hate, right? And are narcissist in the sense that they push other people down and to push themselves up. You will never catch them doing that. And that is what people have perceived being humble to. Being generous and kind does not equal to being humble. These are three different terms. You cannot compare them. Humble is a negative it's a term which can be used and should be used for a negative sense, not for the fact that if you're not generous and not kind, you have to be humble. No, never be humble. Not even get this word inside of your head, because it does root in your head. You're right, because you don't even know the meaning of it. You don't even know the correct meaning of humble, and you're out there and telling other people to be humble. You're listening to other people be humble, and you know what, you're pushing down your needs, right? Because if somebody else tells me to be humble, I'll be like, you know what, maybe I should not ask for this much. I should not be this much. I should not put my foot for everybody, for everything, not take up on everybody, every opportunity basically, and not put my needs, right, not get what I need. So that will put you like that. Like, being humble will actually push you to do that. So don't even get this word inside of your head. If you did, I want everybody to commit to remove this word from your vocabulary, because it is not needed. Okay, nobody needs to do that. If you want to love yourself, you want to be successful, you want to live a good life, then humble does not exist in your dictionary. So that was it for today's video. I hope you learned something or the other from this video. You're worthy, you're blessed, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye. And remember to just relax and love yourself so, so much. Bye bye.